Yo, we're back. The little 18-hour today. We got the 72-hour coming up. I'm about to shoot a music video. I'm about to shoot my first music video. I ain't shot a music video ever. I've been making music since I was 14. About to shoot my first music video real quick. But today I want to talk about how I went from that picture on the left, fat, satisfied, just good enough, to the picture on the right, to this version of myself today. At first, I was satisfied with just being, out of my neighborhood. In that picture, I'm out of my neighborhood. I'm in college. I'm playing football again, so I'm just happy about that. Everybody's giving me praise. Everybody's telling me good job. Everybody's happy for me because I had made a lot of strides. I had done a lot of good things, and a lot of stuff had gotten so much better for me in my life. And I was definitely satisfied, and I was definitely content. But I knew that I wanted more. Growing up, when I was in elementary school, I was fat. I was the kid who played with 3 kids 3 years older than me, and I was still fat. I still had to cut weight when it was time for weigh-ins. If you play Pop Warner in California, you know what weigh-ins are. And I had to run around the fucking football field in a trash bag and watch people practice. I had to watch dudes my age, because they were so small, get to play with kids who were 3 years younger than them and go crazy. And then I had to listen to these fools try to talk to me like we're on the same level. So that was how I grew up. But when I got to middle school, I had a growth spurt. I got skinny. And for the most part, I was super athletically built from like 7th grade all the way till I graduated high school. Went to the program, got fat. Left the program, I was 260. In that picture, I had just... I still was playing fullback, but I had just got the courage to tell the coach, I want to play running back. I had just found out about intermittent fasting. So how I went from that to what I am today, it first started with me, dropping my ego, dropping my pride, and understanding that I didn't know everything. I had to understand for myself that I needed help. That, what I knew in that picture on the left got me that built, got me everything I had in that picture on the left. And things were good. I'm not going to lie. But for the most part, I was just good enough. I was still acting out on old behaviors. I was still doing things I had no business doing. Even though I was clean, I was out of my neighborhood. But for the most part, I thought I was happy. You know what I mean? I thought I was doing the things necessary. I thought I was all right. But it was evident in my build that, things were still bad. There was still some things inside of me that I needed to adjust. So first, I had to admit to myself that I didn't know everything. I had to admit that to myself that I needed help. And as soon as I did that, it freed space in my mind to receive new information. I had to stay open-minded. I had to stay willing. And I had to ask questions. I had to ask questions to the right people. Through trial and error, open-mindedness and willingness, trial and error, asking questions from this person, asking questions from that person, I found out about intermittent fasting. I didn't even ask a question about it. I saw a Ty Lopez ad come up on Instagram, and he talked about, or YouTube, and he talked about intermittent fasting. When I saw it, I was like, this dude just doesn't eat for 16 hours? I'm like, that's easy. I used to do dope. I could do that for fun. So that's what I did. And as soon as I started intermittent fasting, and really paying attention to the food I was intaking, I stopped eating at the cafeteria at lunchtime. I would only eat after practice. I would eat real light during the day, just fruits, peanuts, a bagel. Heavy cardio. And for the most part, that's what got me to the end of college. Halfway, I would say 2021, 2022, 2019, a little bit after that picture, I decided to get a coach, get a trainer. I started training after practice. I started training before practice. I got with someone who was way more buff than me. I got with someone who had way more knowledge when it came to athletic training, football training, and I took his advice. I got around someone who had something I wanted in the future. That was Coach Josh. Coach Josh, shout out to you. It's like my big brother. It's like my sensei, for real. You have to get a coach. You have to get a mentor. You have to get a trainer. There's no time in life to make every mistake. hard work is just not going to be enough. If hard work was going to be enough, everybody doing construction would be fucking rich and they would have the best lives ever. But it's not enough. Construction workers work so hard. Trade workers work so hard. But for the most part, they're not in the best position in life. So you got to be open-minded. You got to be willing. You got to drop the ego, drop the pride, ask the right questions to the right people through trial and error. You're not going to get it right the first try. You might get it right the first try if you've been doing enough studying and enough groundwork to know exactly who you want to ask. Learn new information. Apply the information. You can study, you can learn everything forever. But if you don't apply it, it's never going to work. You have to then apply it once you learn the new information. Trial and error, trial and error. You'll find your niche in this new information. Create your own system. And that's ultimately what got me to the end of college. That's ultimately what got me to the base of this place I'm at. When I ended college, I didn't have veins like this. I ended college in 2023. I left Kansas in 2023. I didn't have veins like this. So, what do? I want fucking veins. So I asked the guys with fucking veins how the fuck they got the veins. That's when I jumped on my first program with Wes Watson. He got me the veins. This was my first year in Germany. Still fasting, still tracking my macros. Oh, he got me the veins through tracking my macros, through fasting, and the workout plan. 2023 is when I started tracking my macros for the first time. Shout out to Wes Watson. Download MyFitnessPal. That's exactly what I use. And then from there, I continued. I felt like I had all the information I needed when it came to building the physique I wanted. But now we're here. I've plateaued. And what did I do? I realized I don't know everything. I realized what I know only got me where I was at last year. So I asked the right question. I asked someone else with bigger legs, bigger arms, more veins than me. Bro, how'd you do it? What am I doing wrong? Shout out to you, Andre. So now, drop the ego, drop the pride, remain open-minded, remain willing, ask the questions, and get you a coach in any facet of life, whatever you're trying to learn. Get you a coach, a mentor, someone who can teach you how to do it, and then act on that information. It's not going to be easy. You're going to mess up a little bit. Trial and error is the name of the game. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If you had to be perfect, only certain people would do it. So at the end of the day, like I said, trial and error, drop the ego, drop the pride, admit you don't know everything, admit you need help, ask the right questions, get the right information, action steps, action steps, action step. The work gets done outside of your head. And then rinse and repeat. Once you find what works for you, stick with that. And then you plateau, find someone else that got new information, or go out on your own and learn it. But that's exactly how I went from that to that. And since then, in that picture on the left, I've dropped the vices, sober, no more womanizing, focusing on my purpose, no more worrying about what people think of me and how people see me, because I'm not lying, I'm not faking, I'm being me, I'm being exactly me. So what you see here is what you get in real life. Those of you who know me know that. What you see on my Instagram, that's exactly how I am in real life. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, it just means you're not for me and you need to be removed. And I'll usually remove myself, but if I have to remove you, oh my goodness, I hope I don't have to ever remove anyone ever again, because I don't want to live like that. You know, life is good. I'm happy. Things are good. But remember, drop the ego. Drop the pride. Admit you need help. Admit you don't know everything. Ask questions, remain open-minded, and remain willing. You don't got to be perfect. There's no perfect path to do anything. There's just all you know going into everything you want. Thank you all. Have a blessed day. I'm about to shoot a video. I'm juiced up, working from home tomorrow. My new job is going great. Follow me on Instagram at staydownfit_Ray, RAYE. Follow Bay Affiliated. Overflow Tap House podcast episode is dropping soon. Damn, I might need to make a rap page if I shoot a music video, huh? We'll see. Ciao.